Tell me a time when you failed. Tell me a time when you went above and beyond your job responsibility. These are examples of behavioral interview question. Now, the interviewer just don't only ask this question, they will probe you further. Like, what actions did you take? What was the team response? What was the result of all of it? The way to prepare for behavioral interview question is that you sit down and write your stories, like the situations where you exceeded, situations where you did not work out, and then you try to map out the themes. Like, was there a team coordination? Was there a conflict? And then you use these as a story bank in your interviews. Generally, over the course of 4 or 5 interviews, you'll be asked like 8 or 10 behavioral interview questions. So you want a 7-8 collection of stories, and you typically put these stories in the form of a framework, that is STAR framework. That is, what was the context of it, what objective you wanted to achieve, what actions did you do, and what was the result of all of it. A competing framework is SPAR, like what is the problem, what was the actions did you take, and what was the resolution. I generally gravitate toward the later because it's simpler. What we have done here is that created a set of AI interviewer that can help you prepare for behavior interviews. So we have a STAR method coach here that you can work with to put your stories in the form of STAR format. And then for specific questions like invent, simplify, ambiguity, we have a dedicated set of examples that your coach can teach here and help you improve the answer. Some of these is inspired from Amazon behavior interviews, which goes pretty deep in asking these questions. Like, one question could last 15 minutes where they will ask you follow-up questions about what action did you take, what was the repercussions, and things like that. Let me give you a quick demo of how this works. So for example, what I'll do is just pick this one ambiguity question and start the interview. I'll recommend you to share the screen so that you could record the interview if you need to. Hello.
Hello, I'm here to help you prepare. I'm here to help you prepare for interview questions that test your ability to handle ambiguity. Let's get started.
Sure. Could you explain like what does ambiguity means? For example, I was working in a tech company, and there a lot of ambiguity was like what will get approved at the end of this year. So we used to write a lot of one-pager to figure out and pitch the ideas to the leadership, and that would help reduce the ambiguity for team. As a product manager, that was my responsibility to set like what we should be doing. Does that qualify?
Sure, let me explain what ambiguity means in a professional setting. It refers to situations that are unclear, open to multiple interpretations, or lack a defined path forward, which is common in fast-paced.
So I'll stop here. But idea is that I also recorded my interviews, and you could have the conversation. One thing you might have observed that interviews is very human-like, very low latency. So you would enjoy sort of speaking to. Once you have the conversation, like you could upload and analyze. This will take some time. It will upload the video to cloud, do some LLM processing on the top, and that way you will get like what did you do right, what are the areas you could improve, and you can also then chat with the your transcript. So what I'll do here is that, and I'll go to for example this interview make mistake one that I did. So you'll see that here there is improvement tips. It will code like what I did wrong, what I did right, my transcript, and then I can also ask question here. So that's the gist of it. Let me know if there is any specific questions that you want us to add. Thank you so much.